Hello YouTube, it's me shortNature here, back with a brand new video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Ghost of Tsushima's pre-order bonuses. This is a pre-order guide to the game that is set to release on July 17th, 2020, which is going to be next month and the next couple of weeks or so. So it's right around the corner. If you guys are planning to pre-order this game at a physical location like Best Buy, GameStop, or those other big retailer stores, I will call ahead of how their pre-orders pretty going at their stores. Are they, getting those games shipped? Most case scenarios, they do get them shipped on Thursdays in most case scenarios, or the day after or day before. So it really depends on the shipment and how everything's going at the warehouse at those local retail stores. So I will call ahead and see how the pre-orders are going at those stores, especially at GameStop and Best Buy. Those are like the two major retailers, and of course Amazon, because Amazon gives you a $10 credit when you pre-order games too. So just look ahead and see how their pre-order bonuses are pretty going. So right now, that's the main thing we're going to talk about. We're going to be talking about their pre-order bonuses, their standard edition, the digital deluxe of the game, and the special edition of the game, which is the digital deluxe of the game, but this is the physical copy. And then of course the Cholesterin edition of Ghost of Tsushima. So with the pre-order bonuses, especially when you pre-order the game on the PS4, you would get a theme based off the Ghost of Tsushima's box art. You would get Jin avatar, that's the character, you would get his avatar, and the mini soundtrack features select songs for the game. So those are the pre-order bonuses when you pre-order the game early. Now, most select retailer stores like Best Buy, and I know for GameStop and sometimes Amazon, usually will have an exclusive bonuses if you pre-order the game at their retail stores. That's usually the case too. I know when you pre-order games at Best Buy and of course Amazon, you get like a $10 credit that can go towards another game or something like that. So just look at those pre-order bonuses if you're looking to those retailer stores. Next, we're going to be talking about the standard edition of the game. Now, when you pre-order the game, let's say for on the PlayStation Store, you would get the pre-order bonuses. So if you pre-order the standard edition or the collector's edition, which is the digital version, and of course the digital deluxe edition of the game on the PlayStation Store, you would get the pre-order bonuses. Now, if you're buying the physical copy of the game, that's a little bit different. So the standard edition of the game, you will get the base game, and then of course the pre-order bonuses or whatever retailer you bought it from. This is going to set you back $60 times tax. That brings it up $63 me here in South Florida. I don't know what your tax is going to be at in regular states. Some state taxes are completely different, but here for me is $63. But if you buy it digitally on the PlayStation store, at the PlayStation Store, it is just roughly $59. So there's no tax when you buy it digitally. So that's a good thing about buying digital games. There is no tax on there. But our current administration want to tax that in the near future, which that's a big mistake. So that one, trust me, there won't be any digital tax coming very soon. Like this is where everybody makes their money. They're not gonna put taxes on those people. That don't make any sense. Why would you put tax on digital content? But whatever, you know how the government is. They gotta make their money somehow, but that's never gonna happen. Anyways, moving on, we're going to be talking about the Ghost of Tsushima Digital Deluxe Edition of the game. This is going to set you back $70 and maybe $10 more. Depends on your retail stores. But on the PlayStation Store, it's $69.99 and retails is $70. You get the Hero of Tsushima skin set, provides an additional in-game horse, a saddle, mask, sword, and armor set for Jin. That is the character, that's his name, and a charm and one technique point. You would get a theme based on the box art, a Samurai PS4 theme, a digital MIDI art book by Dark Horse, and the director's complimentary when you buy the digital deluxe of the game. Now, moving on to the special edition of the game. It's about the same thing that was mentioned in the digital deluxe in the game. The reason why it's called the special edition of the game is because the Steelbook case with the game. That's the only difference why the digital deluxe and the special edition. With the special edition, you will just get a Steelbook case with the game. This is going to set you at $70. This is a premium edition. You would get some of the physical goodies along with in-game items like was mentioned in the digital deluxe in the game. You can get these at your select retail stores if they're available. So check online. Last time I checked, Best Buy and GameStop was out of stock. Maybe your two best options probably Amazon and Walmart. But don't forget, Target does have, they do sell pre-order games too. So maybe you can check Target if that's your last hope of buying the game. Moving on to the final part of the pre-order guide to Ghost of Tsushima is the collector edition of the game. Of course, with this highly anticipated AAA game, there has to be a fancy collector edition of the game. Any game, that doesn't matter. It can be, of course, Last of Us 2. I think Last of Us 2 had two different versions of the collector's edition. And then you had Uncharted, Gods of War. PS4 always will have some sort of collector's edition of their game along with Xbox 2. But we're talking about Ghost of Tsushima here. You will get the Steelbook case. You will get the replica mask and stand, not to be worn. That's the only sucky part about the collector's edition, why people didn't really too fancy it, because it kind of sucks, because you would get a replica of the character. That's what people was looking for in the collector's edition, was you're going to get the replica of the character, but you're going to get the replica of the mask and stand, but it can't be worn on your face, which really sucks. But I feel like somebody's going to figure out a way to take it off to wear it on their face. Anyways, you would get a war banner, which is going to be 4.5 feet long. You would get a wrapping cloth, a physical 48-page media art by Dark Horse, and a cloth world map, and all the digital content from the digital deluxe edition of the game. So anything that was mentioned in the digital deluxe of the game, you will also get in the collector edition of the game. This is going to retail you about $170. So like I mentioned, GameStop, Amazon, Best Buy, at the last time I checked, they were out of stock. Definitely Best Buy is out of stock right now when it comes to collector's edition of the game. And of course, GameStop. This is going to retail you, like I said, $170. That's really up to you if you feel like the mask is worth the $170. But a lot of people felt that the mask didn't worth the $170 because it wasn't the replica of the character. They thought they were going to get the replica of the character instead of the mask. So that's the reason why. You let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I just feel like it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Everybody has their honest opinions about the collector's edition of any game because there's such a high price and a high number. In most case scenarios, the collector's edition of the game is not really worth it. That's for some people's opinion. For me, I'm just going to get the digital deluxe of the game. I would like to get the special edition of the game because of the Steelbook case. I tend to collect those a lot, but right now they're out of stock at local retailer stores. But keep checking local websites because they do tend to update their inventory every couple of hours or so you never know, it may be back in stock. Just keep checking and see how it's going with their inventory slots, and just check every website, and whoever got it, just pre-order as soon as possible, because when you pre-order something, it might be the last item that they might have. So that's usually the case scenario. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Ghost of Tsushima. Do you think this is going to win Game of the Year? There's a lot of Game of the Year games coming out in 2020 so far with Cyberpunk 2077. You have, of course, Marvel Adventures. You had Last of Us Part 2, which had a lot of controversies in it. And of course, this anticipated game, Ghost of Tsushima. And let me know what edition of the game you're going to get. I think most of you guys in the comment section are going to say the standard edition. And trust me, I do not fault you on that. But for me personally, I'm going to get the digital deluxe of the game because I'm going to do walkthrough gameplays onto this channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell when I post Ghost of Tsushima's walkthroughs on my platform. I'm going to be making walkthrough gameplays because Destiny tends to slow down here and there and every couple of months until they have their big expansion. So I'll be going back doing walkthrough gameplays. In the meantime, I will catch you guys in my next post.